Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Devanshi Solanki and today we have a treat for you. A thrilling and historic game from chess history. In this video, we will be diving into one of the top attacking game between Henry Edward Bird vs Paul Morphy. Before we get started, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel and let's jump into the action. So the white player is Henry Edward Bird and black player is Paul Morphy. So the game started with e4, e5, just developing pawns and controlling the center squares. Further, it continued with knight f3, attacking the e5 pawn. Here black has multiple options to play. It can play d6, knight c6 or even knight f6. So black has played d6, supporting the center square e5. Here white tried to attack with playing d4. Here the idea is very simple. Suppose the black has ignored this idea and played a random move a6 or something. So white idea is to capture this pawn. Pawn will capture it. After exchanging the queens, knight will capture this pawn. So here white can gain a free pawn if black ignores the idea of d4. But in game, black has played f5. Here now you cannot capture this pawn. Why? Because suppose if white tries to capture this, black has a pawn move this, attacking the knight. Now white has to save his knight. Suppose white has played the knight over here somewhere. So black can, what you can do? After capture the pawn, knight will capture this. So here black and white, it's equal. There is no extra pawn gain. That's why black has tried to counter attack with f5 pawn. Now white has played knight to c3 because after capturing, knight will capture this pawn. So after captures, normal, and now the black has attacked the knight with d5. White is centralizing its pieces. Always whenever you have chance to put your pieces in center, then you must do it. Okay. Knight f6, just a simple developing move. Bishop g5 is pinning the knight to the queen so that black cannot move its knight. Developing a bishop, black is trying to develop the bishop because he wants to castle on short. Next, further, white has played knight to h5. It is attacking the knight on f6. Suppose now let's say black has played something like this, knight to c6. Then what will happen? After capturing the knight, queen cannot take, obviously, because of the bishop. So black has to take it with the pawn, and then the idea is to give check with the queen. Now the king has only two squares to move. If the king goes over here, then also queen to f7 is checkmate. Otherwise, if the king goes over here, then also it's a checkmate. So this was the idea behind knight to h5. Now the black has played castle. Now even if you capture the knight, I have pawn takes, and now the check is not coming. So black has saved it from the attack. Next, white has played queen to d2, seeing for a long castle. Queen e8 is unpinning the knight so that queen can attack this also, and it's also unpinning it. g4 is an attacking move by white. By playing this move, white indicates that white is going to attack on king side. White didn't even castle and started its attack. By playing a pawn move, white misses a discovery threat and loses a pawn on next move, that is knight takes this. Now even if you take it with the knight, the black is trying to attack this knight, as it is happened in the game. Again, the white has played the move. As you can see, white has wasted its move in moving its knight. Now the bishop is attacking the queen. So white has saved. simple exchanges have been played. Bishop to e3, two pair of bishop. Whenever you have, then you must always keep two pair of bishop. It is much stronger than bishop knight pair. Rook to b8. By playing rook b8, as you can see, white king is not castle. It cannot castle king side because of the queen. And if the white tries to castle to the queen side, black is preparing to attack from this open file. So in the next move, white has castled queen's side, as I have told. And here comes the main move of the game which made black to win. You can pause the video and trying to find the best move for black right now. The best move for black right now is rook into f2, rook sacrifice. Here the bishop has captured the f2. It's not just one sacrifice but also a queen sacrifice. Queen a3, a brilliant move. White cannot capture it right now because if white tries to capture, it will be a mate in 1. So in the game, white has played c3 because the idea of queen 3 was not just to capture it by the pawn but also queen into b2 was a mate. So by playing c3, queen is supporting the b2 pawn right now. Now queen into a2 played by the black, b4 played by white. White is trying to exchange the queen, but little did he know was he is going to mate by that move. Queen a1 plus, forcing king to c2 square. Queen a4 plus, king b2 was played. In this game, first we have seen rook sacrifice, then we have seen queen sacrifice, but it's not over. Now the black has sacrificed its bishop into b4. C into b4, rook captures b4. Here, the queen has to capture the rook because otherwise it can, if he has not captured, it will be a mate. Suppose the king has gone to c3 square, queen b3 is checkmate, and if the king goes over here, it will be a mate in 2. Queen check, king over here, and this will be a check. That's why here queen into b4 is the only move that can save the checkmate. So queen into b4, queen into b4, king c2. Here we have sacrificed the pawn now. As you can see in this game, first you have sacrificed the rook, then queen, then bishop, and now we have sacrificed a pawn. The white has captured the pawn. Bishop check. Rook has to come in between because if the white king goes backwards, it will be a checkmate. This is the checkmate. That's why rook comes in middle to save the checkmate. Now queen c4 plus, king d2, queen a2 plus, king d1 and queen check. Forcing king to go on d2 and black aims to capture the rook which is on h1. By this move, Henry resigns and Paul Morphy won this game because of his aggressive play, sacrifice and relentless attacks makes this a masterpiece. This game teaches us the importance of initiative, tactical version and power of pace coordination in an attack. What are your thoughts on this game? Let me know in the comment below. If you enjoy this analysis, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your chess loving friends and subscribe for more chess content like this. Thank you.